Hey YouTube world, my name is Louise and you're watching my channel Let's Talk About It, a mental health awareness channel. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about something that you're probably sick of hearing. I'm going to be talking about the COVID-19 pandemic. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about how everyone's journey during this pandemic is different, and that's okay. So I think if I were to ask most people around the world right now what is causing them stress or what they're worried about, it would be something related to this pandemic. And I don't know what it's like in other parts of the world, but where I am, something I keep hearing is we're all in this together. And yes, we definitely are. Everyone is experiencing this pandemic or consequences of this pandemic for sure. Probably everyone is a little bit stressed right now, a little bit on edge, worried about something. So yeah, it's definitely true that we're all in this together. But I don't think that means that we're all in the same boat. Even just in my little social bubble of friends and people that I know, I can see people dealing with completely different effects of this pandemic in completely different ways. I have people that are genuinely worried about their health, their life, or someone they care about, their health, their life. People who are worried if their parents or grandparents are still going to be alive come the end of this year. I have people that have lost their job, possibly permanently, a lot of self-employed people whose businesses may not be able to relaunch after this. A lot of people that are worried about feeding their family. I have people who just really miss the outside world and they're struggling because they're lonely. They really miss interaction with other people and being social. I have a lot of friends that are travelers and it is genuinely really hard for them not to travel. It's like for them not being able to see a partner for a year. Speaking of which, I have friends who can't see their partner because they're on the other side of the world. They're in a long distance relationship and they can't see each other. And then I have friends that are actually really glad for this time because they get to be with their families more, or because they've been wanting to retreat and just have time to themselves for a while and they've just been given an excuse to do it. So even just in my own tiny social bubble, there are so many people experiencing completely different things in this pandemic. And that's my own little world. It's tiny. So imagine in the whole world, so many people are experiencing this so differently. And I think it's really easy right now to compare your own journey to other people's journeys or the way that you're reacting to the way that someone else is reacting because it seems like our situations are so similar, but they're really not. Everyone is experiencing this in a completely different way. And so if something is stressing you out, maybe you don't feel like it's valid because something that's stressing someone else out is maybe more serious. That's not true. Whatever you're feeling right now, whatever is stressing you or worrying you is totally valid. This is a really hard time, and this is not the time to compare your journey to someone else's journey. For me, for example, right now I'm caring for my parents, and it's very stressful just not being able to take a break from that. And sometimes I'll sit down and I'll be like, well, but they're here, they're alive, and there was a point where I didn't think they would be. And so now to be worrying about something simple as, oh, I can't have half an hour of space to myself, kind of seems ridiculous, but it's not because this is a stressful time and we really need to just accept and concentrate on our own journeys during this time, I think. Not be comparing ourselves to other people and their journey. Which is not to say that another person isn't also struggling. Of course, we should always be mindful that other people around us are stressed and are having their own journey, particularly when we're going to the shops and that kind of thing, to just be kind to one another. But it's good to do that anyway, even without the pandemic. but I think it's not the time for comparing your journey. So I just wanted to make this video to talk about that and just try and remind everyone that, yeah, we're all in this together and it's a great time for being kind to each other, but this is not the time to compare yourself to anyone else or anyone else's journey. Whatever you're feeling at the moment with this pandemic is totally valid and okay. So just concentrate on doing what you need to do, what feels right. Be kind to people when you go out, and remember that everyone is in this together, but on totally different journeys. So there we go. That's me talking about it today. I hope that wasn't too rambly. I'm going to release my next video within the next week or two, and it's going to be another thing that's kind of COVID-19 related, but also just relatable in everyday life. And I'm going to talk about sitting with sadness or stress and that being okay. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll be releasing videos approximately every week or two talking about different mental health issues. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay calm. It will get better. And I hope you have the best day possible. Thank you guys.